is Simonson, and I'm actually the founding director of Dance New Amsterdam. And 26 years ago we called it Dance Space, and we are still dancing. It's very exciting. Today I'd like to talk about the difference between rotation from the hip joint, between lateral rotation, which dancers know as turnout, and parallel rotation. So we're looking at Michelle, who is bow-legged, and just before the camera started rolling, I wanted to look at her legs, and so she put her feet together, and she was complaining about her bow legs, so she tried to jam them together, right? And that is working with so much tension. Oh, those quads are like rocks. Take your legs slightly apart. So I don't care about bow legs. All I care about is that the weight is always on the whole foot. And if you stand really parallel in your feet, which you were trying to do, and we're going to bring the camera in close to her lower leg, even closer if you can zoom in. Great. And you might see that there's a lift of the bones right here, almost like a letter C. And that is, she doesn't have that much turnout from her knee down, but she has a torque in her tibia. As the weight comes down of her body, falling through the center of her thigh bone, the femur, begins to fall into the tibia, but the tibia is curved out a little bit. So actually the weight finally displaces around the third toe. And normally the center of the tibia should fall over the second toe. So what that will do is that when Michelle releves, probably her weight will roll to the outside a little bit before she can restabilize with the second toe. So releve. And it's a struggle, isn't it? Always. Always, always. So we're going to correct that in one easy minute. Come on down, sweetie. So I'm going to ask Michelle to stand in a way where the weight is relaxed on her feet and she's following and supporting wherever the weight falls, the base of the support. So I'm going to have you turn out a fraction. Yeah, even in both. Does that feel comfortable? Mm-hmm. You feel like you're more on your foot? Mm-hmm. So what I'm looking for is that there's a tripod under her foot that is equally contacting the floor. Center of her heel, the fifth metatarsal, or the pads in the ball of your feet, and the first metatarsal. So go back to more parallel, forced parallel. This first metatarsal is not bearing as much weight as the fifth, right? Turn out slightly. She's still parallel from the hip. Now, this first metatarsal can contact the earth clearer. That should help her releve straight up over that second toe. How's that feel? Good. Did you ever feel that before? Come on down. The only other thing I'm concerned about is that you lean back a little. All right. Okay. And releve, think second toe. Great. Thank you very much. So if you're a dance teacher or a student, you don't have to understand this mechanically. The easiest thing to understand is that you want to feel the weight spread out on your whole foot. And if you feel that the weight is pronating one way or the other, make what adjustments in the lower leg that you need to so that foot is solidly connected to the earth. Because if your whole position of standing is already in tension, then in tension, not intention, in tension, then that will communicate to the joints above with stress. So the first line of defense and the first line of support is our feet against the earth. And we need to pay attention to that. And quite often dancers are trained to work and focus and feel the working leg, the leg that's in space or gesture, or the gesture leg. But I'm more concerned about the supporting leg and the supporting foot. And may you all find happy feet. Thank you.